Hello and happy, beautiful day to you. Welcome back. Welcome to Heal Yourself, Change Your Life. And I mentioned we were going to be working on this Master Your Mind and Energy series. And the reason for that is because I know going through my own injury, I spent years and years and years trying every single thing that I could. But it wasn't until I really understood my own mind and mastered my mind and energy that everything was easy. Like once I really got it and understood it, it was pivotal. And it's like anything else. I mean, if we're working on a computer and we don't know how to use it, it can feel like a struggle to get the results that we want. But the more we understand it, the more it becomes truly easy to make the changes. And so that's what I want to talk about today is I want to actually share two key distinctions that were pivotal. Now, the first has to do with release techniques. You know, all of the time I'll see people who are on this journey of working with their mind or releasing negativity or stress or healing, and they literally go from one release technique to another, to another, to another, and they're trying to find a special release technique over and over and over again, and they're chasing that. And what they're overlooking is when the mind really wants to let something go, it can be very easy. And a simple way to kind of illustrate this is if you think about trying to get keys from a baby. If you think about trying to get car keys from a baby, it can be impossible, right? They do not want to let them go. But if you trade up for, let's say, a cell phone, which of course you wouldn't want to do, but let's say you trade up for a cell phone, okay, now they'll let the keys go a lot easier. And that's my point, is so often I've seen people who are on their healing journey for 5, 10, 20 years, searching for a release technique and release technique and release technique, while not realizing that there was a part of their brain, like that baby, that would just wanted to continue to hold on to it. And when we really get the mind to trade up, to improve, to rewire itself, it wants to let it go, and it becomes so much easier. And so that's the insight, or one insight. You know, if you think about it, by the way, for a moment, if there's something that's unimportant to your brain, you'll forget it from a long time ago, whatnot. Even, let's be honest. I mean, if you think about what did you eat for breakfast 6 months ago on Tuesday, you probably don't remember because it was insignificant to your mind. My point being is that our minds let things go all of the time when it doesn't feel like it's important or when it's okay to do so, when it's wired to do so, when it doesn't feel like it needs to hold on to the data. Or even going through life, if we're going through, you know, our days, we might walk down the street and we might take in a ton of data that we don't even remember. It doesn't even stick because our brain doesn't find it to be important. Or if you're driving in your car, you don't remember every single license plate on the way in every single car, unless, of course, it's extremely important for you to do so, and your brain latches onto that and says, we need this information. Okay, so my point is, again, is the more we rewire the mind, the more it becomes easy, and so often people are struggling with themselves to try to get their mind to let it go, and yet our minds are so incredible. Everything they do for a reason, everything. And so when we genuinely rewire, releasing is so much easier. So that's insight number one. Now, the second insight goes along with that, and it's insight number two, and it's this, is that all of the time I see people who are wanting to spend years and years and years releasing, but when it comes to really getting new information in their mind, they don't really focus on that. They really would rather focus on releasing. But when you stop and think about it for a moment, if our thoughts help create our lives, creating new thoughts, getting new information, new future, new pictures, new information, new emotions, new programming in our minds helps take our life to the next level. Healing, happiness, joy, because what we can know is this, is that if we're in a situation, a negative situation, a stress, a hurt, an illness, there was something in our mind programming that was off. And so what we need to do is get new mind programming. And again, so often, I can't tell you how often I see people who are really stuck on trying to eradicate the negative without getting new information in. And so that's the other insight that I really want to remind you of, is that it is important to make sure to get new information, new patterning, new neural pathways in the subconscious mind to create a real change, because it, of course, You need new information. And as you do so, as you get new information in the mind, it makes it easier to let the negative go. So it goes back to that first example of the baby holding onto the car keys. The more you get new information in the mind, the easier it is to let go of the old. All right, so that's today's quick insight, just because, again, I can't tell you, I would say many people have developed patterns of either just wanting to check out into a meditative state and check out into a meditative state and check out, or just release without really building strong new positive neural pathways. Call it positive emotional patterning, but without really establishing that to create that shift. But the more we have that, the easier everything is. So that's today's key. Those are today's key distinctions. And I want to ask you, as always, please do hit the share button on this episode. Share it with somebody you love, share it with somebody you care about, or somebody you don't even know, because every single person, the more that every single person is happy and healthy and loved and loving, the better this world is for all of us. And imagine what it would look like if everybody started getting new positive programming in their mind, new pictures, new visions, but really reprogramming it and also rewiring the mind to let go of the negative. That's when everything truly becomes easier. All right, so that's today's quick message. And as always, I wish you a wonderful, incredible rest of your day. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next episode. We'll see you there.